Ah, Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Trident 10's live coverage of the Coca-Cola Barbados Secondary Schools Football League. And joining me now is the president of the Barbados Secondary Schools Football League, Mr. Ren Ramsey. Now, Mr. Ramsey, first of all, good afternoon to you. And we're here at the finals at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex. And how are you feeling when you arrived at the ground today?
Actually, I'm very excited to be here today for this final. It's going to be a very exciting final. It's been a long, hard road getting everybody here. This will be the first time in a very long time that we've actually hosted a final outside of the regular school term. So I'm really excited that we were able to get it to come off today and looking forward to a very exciting final. And
just before we get to the football aspect of it, let's look at the business side. You have brand sponsors Coca-Cola on board this year. And how beneficial has it been to have them on board in terms of scheduling an event like this?
We honestly would not have been able to pull this off without the help of all of our sponsors. Coca-Cola, the Brewster's Trust. Coca-Cola has been extremely important to us over the last few years, and it's a partnership that we are hoping to continue to grow and build. You look around, you see all the branding here at the ground. They've donated products for all the players and the officials involved in today's game, as well as the tremendous financial assistance that goes into putting on something like this every year.
And as a president, you go into this final, what are you expecting to see from two highly competitive teams in Queen's College and the Dayon Griffith School?
I am really expecting to see a really high level of football played this evening. It's really been exciting. We had QC making it to the final after beating St. Leonard's Boys, a perennial finalist, 4-love in the first semi-final. Then we had Dayon Griffith making it here against the favourites in this competition, Frederick Smith Secondary, that game going all the way down to penalties. So looking forward to a really exciting game today.
And in terms of the entire tournament, how has it been in terms of the running of the tournament, and has it gone how you would have liked it to go on?
There's an old saying that man makes plans and God's laugh. So it's been a hard road. It's not been what we ideally planned for or what we prepared for. But at the end of the day, getting to the final and getting these boys playing football at the highest level was important. So as I said, it didn't go exactly according to plan, but by the grace of God, we're here today.
Well, of course, we are here at the highly competitive final. I think we will be having a word from Nicholas Maitland, who is the football analyst. I think he'll be coming very shortly. But Mr. Ramsey, just a quick question as we brief. Let's get a prediction from you. I know you can't be too biased, but what's really your prediction?
My prediction is that it's going to be a very exciting game, and we'll see who the winner is at the end.
Well, that was the words from Mr. Ryan Ramsey. And we're going to have now Nicholas Maitland, who will be joining me currently to talk. Let's have a chat, Nicholas. First of all, good afternoon to you. And how are you doing today?
Good afternoon, Nick. I'm doing very good. Always feeling good when I'm here to watch football. So I'm hoping that we have a great day of football.
Now, let's talk about what we saw coming into this game. First of all, I know you would have done commentary on that Queen's College triumphant victory over St. Leonard's Boys. What did you like? What did you like from Queen's College that they did so well?
I like Queen's College passing game. I like their control of possession. I thought they were very mature in their performance as well, and they had a game plan that they executed flawlessly, hence the scoreline 4-0. So I'm expecting a bit more of that today in the final.
In the second semi-final, we saw a very, well, I don't even know how to describe it. It was really a nail-biting finish between Dayon Griffith and Frederick Smith. Dayon Griffith came out in the end winning drawing 2-2 and winning on penalties. What did you make of that game?
I think that game was very competitive. I think that Frederick Smith, though, I would knock them a bit on the mental aspect of the game because they led twice in normal time and Dayon Griffith came back to equalise and then won on penalties. So I think that Dayon Griffith won that mental battle on that occasion, that semi-final, and that will be even more important today in a final.
And we go into this semi-final now. Really, what are you expecting to see from both teams in terms of having a high-level competitive game?
Well, because of the nature of Dayon Griffith's victory, I think that they will be kind of buoyed by the fact that they can outlast the team mentally and physically. So I think that they will be looking to give that same sort of performance. But Queen's College, as I said, very slick on the ball, very mature. They look well coached as well. Not saying that Dayon Griffith aren't, but they look very well coached. So I think that it's a very even game, and the one who takes the chances better is going to be victorious today.
And who for you on that Queen's College side will be your impact players, and in order for Queen's College to do well?
Well, Queen's College have many under 15 nationals in their team, but I think Khalil Van der Poel Nurse was the one who pulled the strings in that semi-final against St. Leonard's. So he'll be the man that I hope, like the Griffith will hope to mark out of the game, but I think he's the one who can really make a difference.
And let's get a score prediction from you, Mr. Maitland. Let's see how good your analyst skills are. What's going to be the score after today's final?
Well, normally I sit on the fence, but the fence looks a bit sharp today, so I'll go for 3-1 for Queen's College. But I went to Queen's College as well, so I'm going to go for 3-1 to Queen's College.
Well, of course, Mr. Maitland, no bias, but we'll bring in another guest here. Well, let's get the coaches of both sides, Nicholas. I'm sure you would love to have a chat with them. Let's have the Dayon Griffith coach first. Well, yes, sir. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you.
Well, sir, your team has come all the way to the final now, and what's the feeling like in the dressing room?
The feeling is very upbeat. We're hoping to take home the title today. So very, very, very soon that will be decided within the hour and a half time.
And Nicholas, you would have watched Dayon Griffith across the tournament, and what do you think they need to execute if they are to come out victorious today?
Well, this is a weird question saying that the coach is there, but as I said, the team that takes their chances the best today are going to win this game. As I said, I think the mental aspect of the game from Dayon Griffith in the semi-final was very good because they trailed twice. So I think that would be needed against the Queen's College team that, as I said, full of national players and full of confidence.
And sir, you go into this highly competitive game against a well-qualified opposition in Queen's College. What do you think your team needs to do in order to execute its plans and come out victorious today?
Confidence and stick to the team plan.
Well, that was the Dayon Griffith coach. Now let's get the Queen's College coach, Mr. Rory Sidaway. And Mr. Sidaway, I would have had a chat with you after the last semi-final. And really, as I asked the Dayon Griffith coach, what's the feeling like in the dressing room?
Very confident, very confident. We had a very good semi-final. Everything worked well, went to plan. Our passing game was on top. We've been getting better as the season progressed. So we're very confident.
And Nicholas, what would you have to say to the Queen's College coach in terms of just advising him where his team can improve on, just so that he ensures a definite victory in this under-16 final?
Well, I don't want to give away any secrets because the teams are just in an earshot of us. But I think that for Dayon Griffith to be successful, they have to mark Khalil Van der Poel Nurse. And for Queen's College to be successful, they have to be aware that he is going to be targeted by the Dayon Griffith team, which I assume. And they have to find out how to get him into the spaces and dominate those half spaces from the midfield onwards. And then they can create the chances and score.
Well, just finally, Mr. Sidaway, how has the training been like after the semi-final coming into the final?
We've had some small amount of preparation, but we're good. We're good.
Well, Nicholas, we see two tense coaches here as we look ahead to under-16 final. I want to thank all of you gentlemen for having a chat with us and wish you all the best for the game and your future endeavours.
Thank you.
See them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
A blessed good evening to you and welcome once again to Trident 10 TV's coverage of the Coca-Cola Barbados Secondary Schools Football League. This is the final. And Queen's College in the red and white and Dayon Griffith in the blue and black are ready. My name is Nicholas Maitland. I am joined in commentary by Kwame Paris, the man who knows all the names and knows all the stats. And Kwame, I expect to see great football and a competitive game between these two.
Good evening, viewers, and thank you, Nick, for the introduction. Hope that is a very competitive final. Two teams not short of goals, so let's hope that many goals are scored like when the older folks play, and we are also present to take turns and putting the ball in the back of the net.
Of course, and we are playing 35 minutes a half, and of course 2 halves. So about 70 minutes we will know the champions of the under-16 division of the Barbados Secondary Schools Football League. Here can Queen's College on the ball, looking for the slide rule pass, but the goalkeeper, he is intent on clearing that one, and he does. And Queen's College had a very big victory in the semi-finals over St. Leonard's Boys, described as perennial finalists. And it was a remarkable victory because even in the days subsequently, I was asked many times, wait, St. Leonard's really get beat? Yes, they did, and of course they're not in this final, and Queen's College are the ones who took their place, or took a place in the final. Dayon Griffith now, on the other hand, won by penalty shootout over Frederick Smith, a.k.a. the St. James Secondary School. The St. James Secondary School has been one of the top schools in football, even when I was a student at the University of Waterford, a.k.a. Combermere. So it was a very good victory for both these teams in their semi-finals. But now we are fully focused on this final, and semi-final performances have nothing to do with final performances, and it is the team on the day who wants it more, and of course is more clinical in front of goal, who will eventually be crying tears of joy come the 70-minute mark. And the ball now is into the Dayon Griffith half, and they carefully and comfortably can get it back to the goalkeeper, who boots that one clear. So Kwame Paris, could you, I'm sure you have the starting 11s there, could you share with us the 22 players who have taken to the pitch first?
Well, I'll start with Dayon Griffith, number 6, Jaquan Sargent, the captain. Rashawn Smith, number 9. Shamari Harewood, number 20. Dakota City, number 18. Jeremy Hurdle, number 13. Number 10, Tashawn Mears, number 1 in goal, Ronaldo Shepard. Number 14, Tyrese Benskin. Number 7, Damian Matthias. Number 21, Jafari Thomas. And number 5, Jonathan Dowden. And also for Queen's College, being captained by Jaden Seeley, number 8. Number 17, Khalil Vanderpool Nurse. Number 10, Kishmar Ramsey. Number 2, Yanni Marshall. Number 1, Joshua Harvey in goal. Number 19, Joshua Johnson. Number 9, Atori Holder. Number 6, Mackay Francis Shepard. Number 4, Jaden Goodrich. And number 3, Nathan Seeley.
And so during the course of the 70 minutes, you will be receiving updates on the performances of these players, and many of them are national under-15 players as well. So I'm sure that the wider public should be interested in this one, as well as their coaches. They'll be looking to see how their charges perform, and the ball is loose, and Dayon Griffith get on the ball on the right channel, anticipating the cross. Oh, and he skins his man beautifully, but his cross is over the floor, and the Queen's College keeper can pick up comfortably. A very enterprising play on that occasion by Dayon Griffith. Great skill showed, but in the end, the final product was what was lacking. And I think that's a problem for our game, and that's something that we have to develop, and we are developing. We are very good in the build-up phase and in the attacking phase, but when it comes to the final product, the real deal, we are found a bit lacking. Interception by Queen's College in the midfield and looking to play forward immediately. I think that's Vanderpool Nurse on the ball. Loses out, but the referee brings it back for an infringement, and Dayon Griffith can go up the other end of the field. I think both coaches come into this game very confident of their team's performances. St. Leonard's being eliminated by Queen's College, so that alone brings its own confidence. Ball is long, but the goalkeeper should get there first and does. So Queen's College is very confident from their semi-final victory, and Dayon Griffith even more so because of the extent to which they were pulled and pushed by Frederick Smith. Here come Queen's College now. Ball is played back to the midfield. So yes, both teams very confident of success in this final. So far, Dayon Griffith being attacked by Queen's College on the right wing now. Anticipating the cross, it's smothered, and it results in a throw-in for Queen's College. So Kwame, what are you expecting from these two teams? I know we consider how they got to the final, but how do you see these two teams mashing up here in the final?
Well, obviously, Nick, football is played on the day. So far, looking at the start, Dayon Griffith has played a lot better, or started a lot better than it did in the semifinals versus Frederick Smith. But Queen's College, obviously, defeating St. Leonard's boys, you would think that they would have the advantage given the fact that they would have put out one of the perennial powerhouses. But as I said, football is played on the day. So far, a pretty even contest. And let's hope that we can get goals on either side.
Here we go now. We started by Queen's College. The deflection. Ball bounces comfortably for the centre-back. A bit of a rash clearance there. And the pressure from Queen's College is telling, but it's a throw-in now for Dayon Griffith, the southern opponents. Queen's College not too far away from their home base. So I don't know if that's the reason why they're listed as the home team. Here they go now in the penalty area, looking to control under pressure. And playing the reverse pass, but it's intercepted. And Dayon Griffith looking to get down the left flank. And it's not yet possible. And throwing now goes the way of Dayon Griffith. And so far both teams look very up for it. But the technical prowess has been letting them down a bit. Technical prowess not really showing forth in the early goings, probably because of the nervousness of playing in the final. I was not lucky enough to play in a school's final during my day. I wasn't even lucky enough to start many games. So I think these guys are living a dream, and certainly one of my dreams here this evening. A few fans in attendance. I am sure that the rest of them are watching on Trident 10 TV in the comfort of their own home. Of course, the school term is over, so most of the children would be at home. Free kick delivered very powerfully, but the goalkeeper catches that one in his mid-drift. Just about 8 minutes gone. As we said, 35 minutes per half here. Here comes Queen's College looking to get down the left. The defender in a bit of trouble. Here they come again, looking to make a combination. Gets past one, looking to play the slide rule pass. Brings the attention of the defender, who just knocks that one out comfortably for a throw-in. I wonder where they got this green football from. I'm not really a fan of using a green football on a green pitch. I mean, grass is green. Not a fan of using the green football because it can confuse you a bit. But green is what we are using here in this Coca-Cola Barbados Secondary Schools Football League. Maybe they should have used the red ball, Kwame. Don't know how you see that one. Yeah, red ball is a cricket ball, but
yeah, the red would be synonymous with the colors of the sponsor.
And maybe red will look like if Queen's College brought the ball. So I think that would look a bit suspect. So I guess a neutral color ball is the order of the day. But Queen's College look very mature in the way they move around the pitch and their positional sense. And not saying Dayon Griffith don't have that positional sense, but Dayon Griffith seem more like a battling team. And direct free kick hit long and giving the goalkeeper a bit of a problem. That's his second free kick that he's put to bounce in front of him. And had the striker been a bit more careful with his follow-up, may have caused him a bit of trouble. But the goalkeeper gets away unscathed. Man makes a tackle from behind. Another challenge. So as I said, the Griffith seem to be a very battling team, very bruising team. And hence, their semi-final, they battled back twice after St. James Secondary took the lead twice in that game. So they are battlers, they are grafters. Whereas Queen's College, I think, will depend more on their technical ability. So it's a very evenly poised, a well-poised final between some grafters and some technical masters. And that's what we want to see in football. We want to see an even battle between two teams that are not very similar, but two teams who can either cancel out each other or add. But still, both teams full of quality. And Queen's College now won the ball, taking a quick pass but intercepted just as quickly in the back. Tries to bring the ball out of his own defense. And gets a little dribble there on the player and a clearance to the midfield. But either team not getting a lot of passes on the ball in these opening 10 minutes, almost 11 gone. And I think either team has to settle quickly. And maybe the team that settles more quickly will get the better of the chances. I remember the Queen's College settling very quickly in their semi-final against St. Leonard's. And I think that's what gave them the victory in the end, Kwame. Yeah. So I think the team that settles more quickly here will be the team that probably gets the better chances.
Of quick note, Ronaldo Shepard in goal, as I was made to understand, was switched at just before the end of the semi-finals, and he came out of goal to be replaced by Jaquan Sargent. So Sargent was actually the one that scored. Sorry, Ronaldo Shepard was actually the one that scored the decisive penalty in the semi-finals to help Queen's College to advance, and not Jaquan Sargent. But at the moment, Shepard is in goal. But if this game goes to penalty, is a possibility that Sargent may go into the goal to replace Shepard, who's in goal at the moment.
So lots of utility players on the pitch. And I think both teams will be very comfortable with their selections for this final. I think they have put their best teams out on show. And here's hoping that they don't go to penalties. But rather, here's hoping that we have a very competitive game, a very competitive final. The ball is not long. Player is unmarked, but the goalkeeper comes out and reduces the chance of a shot on goal there. I think the defenders for Dayon Griffith need to be mindful of the offside trap. They want to play offside, but at the same time, you have to be cognizant of where the strikers are. Looking for the side route pass. It's a great one. And it's a bad touch by the striker, who was almost in. The ball then trickles out the other end, and it will be a throw-in in a good position for Queen's College. And just having to make sure that they keep themselves up that end of the pitch, create the chances that they can. We're here live at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex, of course, in beautiful Barbados, and the sun is shining and the weather is sweet. A beautiful day for football on this blessed Tuesday afternoon, and Dayon Griffith
to the rescue here you are.
Listen, man, we ain't gonna sing all the Bob Marley lyrics this afternoon, but I'm very pleased that you know Bob Marley lyrics. He's the best man to know his lyrics. Here's the corner kick. It's a good one, lofted high. The goalkeeper came for it and just caught the ball on the line. We do not have goal line technology here, unfortunately, but I'm sure the referee would have felt a buzzer on his watch if we were to have such technology, but unfortunately we don't, so we just have to go with the referee's decision there, and coming together there in the back for Queen's College, looking for the Long pass, doesn't get it off the ground, and the defense can come out again. First touch, letting him down on that occasion, but he gets a good pass to the midfield, and Dayon Griffith advance. Looking to play the ball to the wing. He gets there. Could he dribble his man? He cuts inside on his left foot. Great pass to the midfield, knocks it long. Looking for that pass on the edge of the box, and he can't get his feet together. 2 men in the midfield, being directed by their coach. Dayon Griffith looking to establish a spell of possession. Here's a man free on the left-hand side. Can he find him? No, he can't. Dispossessing the midfield. Dayon Griffith with it once again. Great slide rule pass. Could be the first chance of the game, and it's a beautiful goal. The goalkeeper came, and he was unsuccessful. And the ball poked over his despairing dive into the back of the net. 16 minutes gone, just about halfway through this first half. And Dayon Griffith scored the first chance of the game. First chance, first shot on target, first goal. And backs to the wall now for Queen's College.
Beautiful pass by Tashawn Mears, feeding the advancing run of Shamari Harewood on the outside, and a fantastic finish with the outside of his right boot, beating the advancing Harvey in goal. Dayon Griffith 1, Queen's College 0.
Copy Paris, I know what you're talking about, you know. I said the first team to settle in this one, the first team to really get themselves together and get the game plan running will be the team to create the first chance, well, to create the most chances. And as you see there, that goal coming after a bit of persistent play by Dayon Griffith, keeping the ball in the midfield, battling hard. And as I said, that man that was unmarked on that left-hand side, he was the man to pass to, and he was the one to put the ball in the back of the net. So 1-0 to Dayon Griffith, the grafters, as I have so called them. And I think that it's back to the wall for Queen's College. But if any team will be able to turn around this game, will be their technical prowess. But it's yet to see. So far, Dayon Griffith fully deserve their lead. Fighting again to get it back. Queen's College under a bit of pressure, plays that one out for throw-in. But at this point in time, Kwame, Dayon Griffith all over Queen's College. Queen's College need to respond in kind very soon. If not, they can risk being battled out of this game.
The thing about it is the more influential players for Queen's College are not really involved in the game at the moment. That is Ethan Squires and Khalil Van der Poel Nurse. So definitely Dayon Griffith has been able to nullify the strategy of Queen's College, and they have starved the key players of possession of the ball.
Maybe that was their game plan, to starve those key players, especially Khalil Van der Poel Nurse, as I said. And looking for the Hollywood pass this time, but he's being charged down by the defender. And it will eventually be Dayon Griffith's ball. Good evening to everyone on the YouTube stream. I see Ninja Kid, Shanika Medford. These are your YouTube names, I should say. Just speaking to the guys in the chat, who are you going for this afternoon? Dayon Griffith fans, let yourself be known. Queen's College fans, let yourself be known. As I said, Queen's College, my mum went to Queen's College, albeit for 2 years for sixth form. She's a foundation girl. So I have a bit of a soft spot for Queen's College. And I talked to some girls from Queen's College as well. So I guess it's not too far-fetched for me to support Queen's College. Dayon Griffith is the school that's closest to my home. So as I said, I'm very interested in both these teams. The throw-in is taken deep inside the Queen's College half. Dayon Griffith on the ball, looking for the cross into the box. Only two guys in there looking to head on, and headed away by the Queen's College defense. And I see some persons here in the chat, Kwame, some saying DGS all the way. QC has to bring bodies in the midfield. I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's Marosa. And that shot comes in, and it's a corner kick now for Dayon Griffith, who are pressing their advantage very strongly in this game. I see someone comment and said Combermere, they're going to win this game. Unfortunately, Combermere not playing in this final. But yes, Combermere is a winning school regardless. And I think in this situation, though, Dayon Griffith really pressing that advantage. I know they have the first corner kick of the game, the second corner kick of the game. They're first. And looking to double their advantage here. Kwame, do you think from set pieces, do you give Dayon Griffith a good chance?
From direct free kicks to Sean Mears is definitely one to watch. But it looks like Jeremy Hurdle about to put this corner into the box. Ball played to the near post. Chance on goal. And the fantastic finish by Harewood again. Some 20 minutes gone. And Harewood has a brace. And Dayon Griffith are threatening to take this final in the first half, Nick.
I tell you, 20 minutes gone, 2-0 here. Queen's College backs against the wall. As we said, the first team to settle in this game would have been the team to create the most of the chances. Dayon Griffith certainly have done that. Settled very well. And are creating so many chances.
I would really love to see the replay, though. That was a fantastic finish by Shamari Harewood. And if we can remember quite clearly, my team sheet for the game before the semi-final, it actually read Shamari Brooks. So it does, in fact, seem that it should have been Shamari Harewood. And therefore, he would have scored the goal to put Dayon Griffith even on terms with Frederick Smith to make it 2-2 in regular time. And then obviously, you know, in the lottery that is the penalty shootout, Dayon Griffith would have came away victorious 4-3 via penalties to book their route to the finals. But it seems that the players are getting a much needed refreshment break after 20 minutes of action. 2-0 to Dayon Griffith playing in the baby blue tops and the navy blue shorts, and Queen's College playing in the white and red tops and red and white shorts. So just off screen, you can see Coach Rory Sidaway of Queen's College giving his troops some much needed team talk to see if he can somehow lift the spirits of his St. James base boys to rally and get back into this encounter, which obviously, Nick, 35 minutes a half and almost halfway through the first half, Queen's College are doing plenty damage.
Certainly doing plenty damage, and the coach is probably scratching his head trying to figure out where has it all gone wrong. But as I always say, ladies and gentlemen, the team that scores their first shot in a football game 9 times out of 9, I thought I was going to say 9 out of 10. 9 times out of 9, that team is usually the victorious team, because psychologically the other team feels defeated. First attack, first goal, and then the second attack brought the second goal and a very, very good finish as well. So Dayon Griffith so far dominating the game. Maybe the drinks break came at a very good time for Queen's College to get some words from their coach, some motivation from their coach. But I think with just about 15 minutes or less